Look at this, eh? Dylan, look. You just had a banana. Systems of lines and quadratics. What does that mean? It means we're going to have a quadratic equation, and we're also going to have a linear equation, a line, and we're going to solve them by graphing. Much like when we graphed or solved systems of linear equations with two lines, the answer was where the two lines crossed, the intersection point, the point of intersection. To solve a system by graphing of any type of equations, doesn't have to be linear, you graph the two equations and see where they intersect. Now, I just want you to recall, maybe you forgot how to graph lines, So I take a look at these. Or we're going to recall how to graph a line. So, to graph y equals negative 1/3 x minus 7. Just remember this is in y equals mx plus b form. Y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept. So that part will be the y-intercept. And the m is the slope. Oh. So here our y-intercept is negative 7, and our slope is negative 1/3. Oh, beautiful. Usually I always move this negative into the top, or at least I do it in my brain. So to graph this, plot the y-intercept first. So on the y-axis, it's a y-intercept. Of course it's on the y. It's a y-intercept. Okay. That's the first step. Plot the y-intercept on the y-axis. And the second step is to from that y-intercept, follow the slope. And remember, the slope is the rise over run. So you'll plot the y-intercept, and then from that point, you'll count up to however many, down however many, or to the right, or whatever. And follow your slope, make another point, and connect the two. So the third step will be make another point and connect the two with a line. So let's graph this one, shall we? I think we shall. Yeah, I'll draw my axes here, and I made 7 tick marks just because my largest number here was this, well, the absolute value of the largest number. Whoa, settle down. Was 7 or negative 7. So I put 7 tick marks on there. Yeah, first plot the y-intercept. That's this part. So plot the y-intercept. I'll do that. I do it green. It's negative 7. That means we start here and we go down 7. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll put a point there. Do you guys hear the bell? It's very quiet. So that's that. And then what's next? From the y-intercept, follow your slope. Rise over run. My slope is negative 1/3. So that means from here, I would have to go down 1. That's the negative part. And then I always move to the right. So it'll be down 1 to the right 3. So this, I guess I would have to draw another tick mark. Down 1 and over 3. So down 1 and then 1, 2, 3. Make it green still. And then, so that make my second point, and then connect with a line. So I'm going to do that. You should use like your ID or a ruler or something to do it perfectly. But there you go. That's how you graph. Don't forget that. If you forget it, well, you have notes. Hopefully, you should be writing this down. So yeah, that's how to draw. That's how to graph a line. This is a review. Review how to graph a line. Okay, let's move on to some other stuff. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Solve the system, and by graphing. Let's just get right at it. I'm gonna graph both of them. Remember to graph this quadratic. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with finding the vertex. That's using the opposite of b over 2a, and then plug it back in, and I'll make a table of values. And then I'll just plot that and see where they connect. So here, what I would use, this would be positive 4, right? Because the opposite of negative 4 is positive 4 over 2 times, remember there's a 1 there, so 2 times 1, there's a 1 right there in front of the x squared. A is just 1. This is a parabola opening upwards, so this would end up being 2, right? So my vertex would be at 2, comma, remember for the vertex you put it in parentheses, 2, comma, how do I get this? How do I do it? Dylan, I told you. You just plug it in. So I'm going to plug it in with my calculator. I'll plug in 2 to this. So it'll be 2 squared is 4 minus 4 times 2. So that's minus 8. So 4 minus 8 is negative 4. And then minus 2. That's negative 6. So there we have the vertex. And now I'm going to create a table of values. That's my x, my y. And remember, you start out with 2. And then you go like a couple up, a couple down. So 2, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually going to go one more negative. So like one more below, negative 1, and then 5. And I'll plug these in. In fact, I'm going to pause this. We're going to make this into a second video. So part 2 will be just continuing this. So,